Let's get it going.
Let's get it going. Hey everyone, welcome to the Base of Ming Fantasy Football Podcast. And Ming, I am really excited about this episode.
Gonna be a good one.
2 weeks in, State of the League, and we have a special caller online right now. I'd like to welcome Commissioner Slimmin to the podcast.
Well, it's great to be here, you guys. Thanks so much for having me on. I gotta say, a long-time listener, first-time caller, but I'm excited to be here.
No, it's good to have you.
You're sounding good. Sexy voice.
Perfect. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's very kind.
So, Slimmin, Commissioner Slimmin, should I say, we're just curious. We're 2 weeks into the league. I just like to hear your state of the league, the state of the SSML. We're going into our 8th season. We're 2 weeks in. What's your thoughts so far?
You know what? That's a great question, and thank you for asking it. The state of the league is strong. It's a strong league, and I'm not just saying that because every commissioner has only ever said that in the history of organized sports. It's a strong league. We got some competitors this year, some parity on display with Logan Rogers taking a tumble down the standings. It's looking good.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I feel it.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that is honestly one of this year's biggest surprises. I think Logan took a lot of risks during the draft, and a lot of bets are not paying off for him, and it's showing. I mean, he spent a lot on Denver's running back. See, I even forgot the name. What's his name?
I think it was Roy?
Roy?
I think it was Roy.
Hillman?
Roy Hillman.
Roy Hillman.
That's his name.
Royce Hillman. I don't know.
Yeah,
Royce Freeman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Royce.
Devontae's brother.
Yeah. I actually had no idea about the familiar or family connection there.
No.
Go figure.
I don't think they're related.
Yeah.
One's good, one's not.
Alright.
So one thing that we need to go over today is
those power rankings.
Yeah, those the ones that showed up 2 hours ago.
So, who do you think has better grammar? Graydon Northey, who's an engineering student, or Colton Daniel? Because
I just opened this up.
Man, I put this thing through Grammarly, and it basically all showed up red.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, those power rankings were incredibly weak. And I'm not just saying that to make myself look better because I wrote the power rankings for last week, but there was not nearly enough personal attacks. There was not nearly enough ad hominem taking place. It was just very disappointing.
Well, you know what? Even when there was ad hominem, it was just echoing previous power rankings. Graydon, I know you're in another province, but
yeah,
you gotta dig deeper, man. Go message somebody for some dirt.
Yeah, or or just make stuff up like Logan Rogers usually does.
Exactly, just recklessly throw insults and accusations at people in the power rankings with no regard. Just do it, man. It's
just
fun.
Pure slander.
Exactly. It's great. It's just libelous. It's wonderful. That's how power rankings should be.
According to Rob, I'm still unemployed.
Dude, you're never going to be employed again, according to Rob. And you know what? Somehow he's right with that. Somehow, even though you have a stable job, he's right.
Yeah, no, still milking that EI to this day, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, you are a welfare queen.
But
true story.
But yeah, with Gray, I gotta cut the kid some slack, I guess. He does live quite a ways away, and when he does come back, either he's going skiing in Whistler or he's running around Vetter and Luckakuk with no shirt on.
Seriously. Well, he'll be walking back here again if
he doesn't pick it up.
Out, right? He's not looking good this year,
so,
man. I'm
Commissioner
concerned
Slimmin,
about our little buddy.
Commissioner Slimmin, are you thinking of enforcing the 1-year suspension if Braden were to actually come in last?
So it's early days yet, all right? I don't want to write the guy's season off after the second week here, but...
Well, I mean, with Logan, too. I mean, I just don't think anybody's worse than Logan right now. And I'm talking Rogers, not Northey.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Thursday Night Football, he had 3 players. Darnold totally shit the bed, obviously, given the 2 points or whatever he put up. But Crowell's having a good season. He's stealing points from Bilal Powell in the backfield of the Jets, and... we'll have to see. It's early days. He could have a turnaround, and as the power rankings alluded to, he may pull off some kind of greasy trade rape that we just have no idea that's coming yet.
One day I'm just going to wake up one morning, and I'm going to have to push through the shittiest trade ever.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, you know what? I'm on the bus with Dustin Adamson, who's of course the rookie this year. I keep telling him, man, Logan's a snake. He's going to rip you off. You know what? Basically, just reject every trade offer. There's going to be some information asymmetry there because Logan's just a little bit more experienced in the art of trade, the art of the deal.
The art of the deal.
Yeah, like Dustin's a sleeper manager. Like, you don't know it, but he's gonna swindle someone this year. There's gonna be that trade coming where it's like, how the fuck did he pull that off?
Yeah, and you know what?
I think you're probably right about that. Sorry, Adam, you go.
You know what? I'm just curious. Like, Dustin might be able to pull this off. Dustin might be able to pull this off if there isn't enough trading going on. I mean, let's face it. The drafts, you know, winners and losers are made during the draft, but you can drastically alter your season with a trade. I just don't see enough trade activity right now. And even the trades I've been offered have only been by Peter, who is infamous for low volume. Like, as soon as I see Peter's trades, I just reject them almost immediately because nothing of value is being offered to me.
I think that's sound practice, honestly. Peter does notoriously offer just garbage on the first go-round, but to his credit, he comes around and he has made some clutch trades in past seasons. But the real concern I have with the league right now as it stands is we have a serious issue where people just don't trust each other anymore. The trust is gone, and that comes with every fantasy football league, but especially this one. There's been a lot of sniping, a lot of corruption in the past. We tried to clean this league up a little bit over my tenure, and I think I've succeeded in that for the most part.
I got to agree with you on that.
Yeah, because you're a snake.
I think... Okay, there was a misunderstanding, but we can talk about that another day. Anyways, I think there's just a lot of risk aversion in this league because nobody wants to watch Young Sheldon or Big Bang. We still haven't really come to like what the actual punishment is. I think it's the general idea is you're gonna watch a full season during like prime time holidays.
What if we were to add something to juice it up a bit? We're doing the Facebook Live. We're doing the Young Sheldon. Why don't make it like you have to dress up in your best like Young Sheldon cosplay at the same time?
I think that would be an excellent addition. I also think having like a drinking component might be fun as well. Maybe not. We do have to take into account that we have people of different backgrounds, so that might not be kosher. But at the same time, I think we should find some way to juice it because I think just Young Sheldon is not going to be enough.
I mean, some people might actually find that, you know, entertaining. That might be somebody's Saturday nights. I'm not calling out anyone.
I guarantee it's somebody in the league's Saturday night. That's for sure.
You know, they're just going to get, like, skip the dishes or something and, you know, do a few rounds of that. Yeah. Handle of vodka and, you know, that's their Saturday night. Yeah.
No glass either.
Polarized baby.
Right out of the handle. Yeah.
We got to remember, this is 22 episodes at 20 minutes apiece. This is an 8-hour shift.
Well, I would say that it has to be put on Facebook Live.
It has
or
to be
Instagram story. Yeah. It has to be documented. It has to be broadcast because this shame needs to be public.
No, yeah, it has to, like, the thing with Facebook Live is that it's great. Oh yeah, you do it in the middle of the street somewhere. There's only so many people that see it. You go Facebook Live, 12 people in this league. Let's say there's an average of 700 to 1,500 friends per person.
Oh yeah, everybody's gonna have to advertise this too.
This could go viral.
This could definitely go viral.
Absolutely.
Like I'm saying, you add a few aspects in. You find like maybe someone. Do we have any? Like if Logan kind of looks like Sheldon, like adult Sheldon.
Yeah, that is true.
So like you put Logan into his best Young Sheldon cosplay.
Yeah.
And suddenly you got like Big Bang Theory like trying to get inquiries for the next Sheldon spinoff. It's like Young Sheldon goes to basketball camp.
You just jumped his career right there, honestly. Then he doesn't have to go to law school anymore. He can just drop out and become an actor.
Perfect. And then he can fund all our drafts in Las Vegas every season.
Yeah.
You know what? If anything, this is going to help Logan's career, man. Like, he doesn't even have to do applications for law firms. He just sends people that 12-hour video of him watching Young Sheldon. If you can focus that much on Young Sheldon, you can focus that much on work.
Oh yeah. I totally agree.
He could probably be his own agent, too.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
He's got a background in law.
It's perfect. I love it.
Guys,
I love it.
He's qualified to be Sheldon.
Definitely.
Yes, I would say he's overqualified, actually.
True.
Yeah. Give the devil his due, you know what I mean?
Oh, find out who the studio head is and get in contact.
Yeah.
It's only week 2, remember, so...
that is true.
I don't know what character Rob resembles, but
I don't know. I haven't seen the
Kilmer.
guy in like 2 years, so I can't even make
It's
a.
Val Kilmer, man, 100%.
it's Val
I can't
Kilmer
even
and
make
Young
a comment
Sheldon.
about his character.
No, he is not, but we need to find somebody. But he does look a
Yeah.
lot like Val Kilmer.
The next casting call.
But I think that the biggest thing that we need to talk about tonight, if I can be so bold,
Oh, of
is
course.
the Browns win.
Oh.
How does this
Oh
change
yeah!
the
Shout out to the
league,
Cleveland Browns and Cleveland.
right?
LeBron James is probably super stoked right now. I bet he's on Twitter or
Hell
at least
yeah.
tweeted something. Yeah,
They're
Go
doing it for the
Browns.
land.
doing it for the lands.
No, yeah, Cleveland, man. It's like it's MGK's bright spot for the week.
Honestly, man, I was watching Baker Mayfield sling it, and I might just pick him up as like a backup in
Yeah.
a league or two.
And put him in wearing your 4-person bench.
Yeah.
You know what, man?
That is
No,
something that's really changed the dynamic of the league is the 4-person bench.
Fucking
Honestly,
terrible.
maybe that's
it's
something
really
else that we
bad.
can. You do not like the 4-person bench, Ed.
Like,
Well, no, I've got Le'Veon Bell fucking sitting on my bench doing nothing.
and here's the thing.
Terrible.
If there's an IR spot, okay, we could, like, no, like, even that's not even enough. It needs to be 5-person bench with an IR spot. It only makes sense.
I think an IR spot is something to consider for the next season, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
This is the only league I'm in that has less than 6 benches and that doesn't have an IR spot. But somehow we still have kickers.
Of course we do, dude. Kickers are clutch. All right?
Kickers are clutch,
Daniel
man. They
Carlson,
add a
man.
random component to the game.
They absolutely do.
I love games with RNG.
I
Roll
mean, it
D20,
was sad
please.
watching people's careers end last week, but you know,
Man, nothing was worse than like
Lions.
last season with like Aguayo and
dude, don't even say his name.
Young Wei or Young Ho,
Young Ho.
Young Ho.
We Young Ho.
Yeah, Aguayo, that was not a good move by the Buccaneers front office.
Was that first round or second round?
Second round, they traded up.
Oh, God.
I know, it was atrocious.
Yeah, sometimes I don't get the whole, like, trading up in the NFL thing. Like, you're trading up to pick a kicker.
I mean, why anyone is drafting kickers in the first place
No.
is beyond me.
Yeah, but, like, what team in front of you are you worried about drafting a kicker?
Well,
And
to be
wouldn't they
fair,
doing you
Aguayo
a
was
favor?
like the best college kicker in history.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, they're playing 8-dimensional chess right now, okay?
Yeah, some 4,000 IQ plays.
Exactly.
I'm sure
But yeah.
31 other like GMs would love to have Justin Tucker on their team.
Oh, yeah.
What is Justin Tucker worth, you think, for an NFL GM?
I mean, he's valuable for sure, but I don't think he's the end-all, be-all, you know?
What's the age of Justin Tucker these days?
I have no idea.
He's got to be, like, late 20s, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think a 4th-round pick pulls in Justin Tucker?
Well,
But actually, you know what? It's
You
not
know what, man?
It's not
Like,
a matter of Baltimore
Matt
accepting
Bryant
it for
is
us.
still in the league, and he's like 44 and a half.
Well,
So-
yeah, I mean, they got
I think
feast mode
age is pretty much like irrelevant, right?
Well,
For
yeah, they
kickers.
got feast mode, the kicker version in Seattle. Did you see Janikowski the other
No.
night? He's 41 years old. How is he still in the NFL?
That guy's kicking bombs.
Yeah, it's amazing. And he's like a fridge, dude. He's the absolute unit. It's so funny.
It's a big boy. I feel like I need to pull up, like,
Yeah.
Janikowski's best moments right now.
Dude, Janikowski's clutch. I love it. He was the
Jeez.
only thing that made the Raiders worth watching for years.
Oh God.
Too
Yeah.
good.
I
So
love it, man.
you know what? Despite all the grammar and just like the weak jokes in the in Graydon's power rankings, did you have any disagreements with this? I mean, I can totally agree with Ming and BC Lions being 1 and 2, but did you see anything that really pops out?
I mean, I can't really fault him for putting himself higher up the
I
rankings
can.
there. I mean, I know, but there's that.
He
bias
even
with
mentions like,
everybody.
yeah, you're probably gonna think I'm biased, but you know what? Fuck you guys.
But everyone does that, right? Like, I think it's very, very rare power ranking accurately reflect where the writer's team should be. I think everyone inflates to a certain degree.
Well, at least he's
Except for
transparent
me.
about his
Mine are
bias. so-
perfect and beyond reproach. But everyone else, though, serious problems.
Well,
But I don't know. I honestly, like, looking at it right now, I think he's got everyone basically right where they should be. I think there's a little bit of room at the bottom there. But I think it's going to be a rough season for Rob and Jacob Tuioti, because if the Giants' offense starts breaking down, Rob is going to be in the hole. That is for sure.
I don't know, man. Like, that offense in New York looked really anemic. The Giants. But, man, Saquon was getting fed the ball, and he was making the most with his carries and, you know, those little passes. He's obviously a stud. But, man, that offensive line for the Giants is terrible.
Well, yeah, and especially
Eli can't get anything
QB.
going, so I'm worried more about Odell Beckham, if anything. But even then, Odell is going to get that, like, one big pass.
Okay, the thing I'm worried about with Rob's team is he's starting Jesse James in the flex. Which,
Oh, is he really?
yeah, so when you see
hilarious.
a guy putting Jesse James, a tight end, not a great tight end, not a good tight end, in the flex, you got to look further down and realize, oh, he's got no bench. It's a 4-person bench. There's 4 guys on the waiver wire right now that could replace every guy on his bench.
Look, Garrett.
I'm gonna actually disagree with you as the host of the show,
Oh.
respectfully, of
All
course. I know my place here.
Yeah.
But
No, you're the commissioner.
I think that Jesse James is a good pickup. I think with the drama shit show that is the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, Antonio Brown getting frustrated on the sidelines, and Jesse James starting to get hot, I think that that's a good pickup. I think he might surprise some people with that.
Jesse James is that kind of high risk, high reward kind of player. You know, sometimes he goes off for 3, sometimes he goes off for 24 points. He definitely has that ceiling in Ben Roethlisberger's offense. So
Okay, here's what I'm getting at, though. I'm looking at the top wide receivers right now on the waiver wire, and you got Philip Dorsett, Ted Ginn Jr., Dede Westbrook, Tyler Boyd, Willie Snead. Those are all way more consistent players than a Jesse James. And I'm actually, you know what's funny?
Well,
Jesse James isn't even, like, the worst player on that team. Like, those 4 guys I just mentioned could replace, are better than the 4 players he has on his bench. I'm not even too worried about Jesse James. Like, he's got LeGarrette Blount there, who's too busy fighting people on the sidelines. Nick Chubb carried the ball 2 times tonight. Tyler Eifert, why does he need 3 tight ends? DJ Moore I'm fine with. Like, down, like, second half of the year, that could be a good stash. But, like, the other 3 guys, iffy at best. Especially
I think you're right.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you.
Okay, yeah, sorry. With the 3 tight ends, he has Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz doesn't have, like, the biggest injury history in the world. He's solid. He's playing every week. You're not streaming tight end. You don't need Eifert and Jesse James.
I think he might see Jeffrey coming back as a concern for Ertz losing some looks in the red zone.
I know, but, like, are you any week going to be like, I'm going to start Tyler Eifert over Zach Ertz?
No, of course not.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if you're Rob, you might. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, I guess we got to, like, all consider, like, who we're talking about here.
Dude, only the most successful manager this league has ever known.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean, his time is very important, guys. Like, he doesn't have that much time for fantasy football.
He has meetings.
Yep.
Many meetings.
But, yeah, so, like, yeah, like, but when it comes down to it, Rob seems 1 injury away from a disaster. If someone gets injured, he's playing DJ Moore or going to the waiver wire. Running back, he's already starting James White. If Saquon goes down, are you going to put Nick Chubb in? Like Garrett Blount?
Yeah, he's kind of got those, like, prospective running backs. I don't think Nick Chubb's going to work out just because of how good Carlos Hyde was running tonight. And, I mean, DJ Moore...
But yeah, like, when it comes down to being in a league with 4-player bench, you don't really have much room for flyers and sleepers. You have to pick injury depth and players that you know are going to be playing.
Definitely. I for sure agree with that. And, I mean, I'm definitely feeling the pinch in my own corner with Devontae Freeman out with injury and Le'Veon Bell just sitting there because, you know, what do? Do I drop a generational running back because he's not going to play till week 10 so I can get a potential better player off the waiver wire? You know, I don't know. I have no idea. I do know that your co-host extended an offer to me, but I don't know about that.
Do you want to talk about that, Connor?
Yeah,
because,
let's litigate that in public, man. Why not?
Yeah,
so
let's
Connor,
go over the details here.
I think we have it in messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why don't you just outline that offer? I thought it was pretty creative.
I appreciate the fact that you really glammed it up like it was a real football GM offer. I appreciate that a lot. So he tells me, quote, I am prepared to offer Chris Thompson's services with a buyback clause. If Le'Veon doesn't report by week 5, I get Thompson back and pay you 40 fab. Now, that is a good offer, but then he immediately undermines his own offer by saying immediately after that, the buyback clause will be optional. So you didn't even wait for me to respond, man.
Yeah. I feel like that's quite the Finley move where like Oh, actually, you know what? Logan's done that to me too, though, where he'll send me an offer, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm down for that." He's like, "No, I was just seeing if you would do it."
Yeah, just testing the waters,
So like,
probing your defense.
Yeah. So every time anyone sends me an offer, I'm like, "Okay, is that an actual offer, or is that you trying to like start something here, and now you're gonna lowball me?"
I don't know, man.
But when you get a notification from Logan in messages, do you hear like a snake slither at all?
I actually feel and hear a cold wind blowing. Wow. So I guess we all experience it in different ways.
Yeah, like a little bit of parcel tongue under going through the wind.
Oh, he's slithering for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Definitely. Without a doubt.
Yeah, like the trade activity's been minimal, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any good offers yet. So, guys, hit me up on the trade block. Love to talk.
Yeah, that's what
for hours. No, trust me, I will talk for hours on this. Like, let's make a deal. I don't care how long it takes.
It's the art of the deal.
The art of the deal.
It's tremendous.
Anyways, what do you think is so far 2 weeks in? What have been the biggest surprises so far and disappointments?
I mean, the fall of Logan Rogers is... It's like watching Icarus get too close to the sun, man. He is tanking. Like, lowest in points, 2 losses, just atrocious team results so far. He's looking good this season, or this week against me, but we'll see.
Ooh, that 2.76 by Sam Darnold, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation.
Kind of cancels out, like, Jarvis Landry and Isaiah Crowell's big week.
Yeah, I think you're right with that, but he's got some heavy hitters like the backfield powerhouse Carson chilling there. That's gonna be a big winner for him.
Honestly, he still texts me like, I got Chris Carson for $1 in the draft.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I think that was a little bit of a homer pick, but he'll never admit that, and now he's it's biting him in the ass.
I'll give him this. Like, Chris Carson is a great pick for $1. No doubt. But man,
totally.
In your 2 spot, I mean,
yeah.
No, sorry, your 1 spot. He's your number 1 running back right now. And that's no thanks to Joe Mixon going down, and of course his big bet in Royce Freeman not working out.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. What's his name? Where'd he go?
Rice Freeman.
No, Joe Mixon, man, going down the week before I'm supposed to play him. That's fantastic. I'm really stoked about that.
So yeah, like Logan's got a weird team going on here because he basically banked his whole season on a Carson Wentz, Jameis Winston comeback here.
Well, and Kelsey hooking up with Mahomes more than he has, right?
Well, no. Kelsey's fine. Kelsey has 30 points last
He had
week.
a really bad first week.
But like relative to the other, like, yeah, he's for sure, his output is great, but I think that people were expecting Kelsey to be like the only target for Mahomes in the red zone, but he is just spreading the ball around so much that it's not what he was gonna be a season ago or so.
Yeah, like he put 200 bank. That's the thing with an auction too, is that you can put your eggs in some baskets that maybe don't pan out, and there's a lot more parity in auction drafts. So you're not guaranteed to have a first, second, third, fourth, fifth rounder. So Joe Mixon goes down. Royce Freeman doesn't pan out. That's probably, I can't remember how much you paid for him, but it wasn't like...
It was about $15, $16.
So you're looking at 10 to 15% of your budget.
Yeah.
So you have... And those are his 2 running backs. So like you draft those 2 guys and then you think, okay, those are my plug-and-play starters right
not
there.
even that, but Jameis Winston
and
is even going to work out if Ryan Fitzpatrick keeps playing the way he is.
So
I mean, sorry,
go
for jumping in. Well, I just think he was very much going into the draft with the same mentality that QB dominance is league dominance. That's what we saw in the last few seasons. But we're realizing that 2-point drop for each passing touchdown is a significant amount of points at the end of the day, right? Like, quarterbacks are no longer the make or break players that are giving teams the win or the loss, and he's got 4 QBs on his roster. Now that's too much. That's too many QBs. It's just not working out for him, and he's losing out on better alternatives.
Yeah, and like in another way, it just comes back down to the 4 bench spot. So half of his bench is used on suspending quarterbacks or underperforming quarterbacks, and then he has to start an even more underperforming quarterback to plug in because he can't trust his quarterback Derek Carr that he thought would be great.
Elite. Derek Carr is elite, and I will fight anyone who says otherwise.
I was really excited for Derek Carr going into the season, man. I was really upset that I didn't get him in the auction draft.
Are you stoked that you don't have him now?
Frankly, I'm surprised about Derek Carr's performance so far. I just thought, the Raiders' defense is really piss poor right now. I mean, he's got all the weapons on offense, in my opinion, except for maybe like a pass-catching running back, but I thought he was going to be serviceable, but he's barely treading along the mediocre line here.
Yeah,
well, especially with Jordy Nelson coming into Oakland as a new weapon for him, right? That was supposed to be the game changer.
I mean, how many points has Jordy Nelson got? How has he performed so far?
Honestly, I have no idea. I don't.
Well, he hasn't been in any highlight reels so far. Is Nelson done?
Jordy Nelson has 5 catches, 8 targets, 53 yards total.
Over 2 weeks.
That is
and I mean, he was the WR1 essentially in a lot of passing schemes for the Packers. I think he's probably pissed he got traded to the Raiders.
Well, yeah, not having Aaron Rodgers throw to you is definitely a dent in performance.
I don't think he was traded, wasn't he?
No, it was a free agent.
He was a free agent.
Oh, was he a free agent? Oh,
yeah. Okay. But it was just they weren't re-signing him, so because the money he actually got decent money in Oakland as well.
Man, Jordy Nelson already looks like he has a bag of Werther's originals in his locker.
Dude. Oh my god. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's I think Rodgers needs to drop some QBs. I understand his reluctance to give up on Jameis Winston. The Fitzmagic can only last so long. Arguably, Tampa has the best receiving core in the league. So if Winston gets in there once Fitzmagic loses the hot hand, then that's a QB1 quarterback right there, provided he can deliver like he did before he got suspended.
Do you think it's based on how Fitzpatrick performs, or do you think it's just Tampa Bay loses and okay, we're just going to switch Fitzpatrick with Jameis now?
I think that Jameis, for all of his faults off the field, is an excellent player of the game, and I think he's going to step aside or at least swallow his ego when the team is winning. But I do think once Fitzpatrick starts losing, there's going to be a lot of pressure on the Bucs coaching staff to pull him out of there and get Jameis back on the field. Because, Fitzmagic is fun and the memes are dank. They are full 93 octane memes, but it's Fitzpatrick. He's going to get cold eventually, and Jameis is the future of the franchise. I don't agree with Northy saying that he's going to be a free agent next year. Yeah. Okay. But I'm a huge Bucs partisan, so.
I feel you. Yeah, state of the Bucs looking good right now.
It's a Bucs life, man.
But here's actually something I want to talk about is Peter's team.
Oh yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah, let's move. Just kind of transition over from the Bucs talk to how Ryan Fitzpatrick basically saved Peter's first quarter of the season here. Single-handedly.
Yeah.
It's no, or okay, he basically lucked into 2-0. Is it
I don't think that's true.
No.
He is obliterating people.
No, he lucked into obliterating people.
I'm sorry.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Okay.
James Conner.
Man, we both knew that those players were going to be starting at the beginning
of
the season.
Well, actually, no, we did not.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know. He's legit.
Obviously joking.
Strategy, man. It's strategy.
He lucked into having basically a QB1 who is not even, he's a waiver wire pickup. If Jameis Winston didn't get suspended, Fitzpatrick would probably be on the waiver wire right now hanging out.
Yeah.
James
sure.
Conner, same thing. James Conner is the fit right now on the, I forget who does the tiers on one of those sites I look at.
Boris Chen.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever one's on Reddit. But on the tiers, he's a
Boris Chen.
fifth ranked running back going into week 3 right now. Like,
Yeah.
for like who to play this week. 5th ranked. Unreal.
I mean, yeah, I totally get what you're saying. That arguably is like the steal of the past 5 years in fantasy football. Like, that's unbelievable that he got him for as cheap as he got him for, and how well he's produced in the first 2 weeks here.
Yeah, and
so
like here's the thing.
Okay.
You want to go or should I go?
No, you go, man. It's
Okay.
your show. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm just a guest here. I'm just a guest here.
You're the commissioner.
No, dude, I'm a guest here. Come on.
Overruled.
You guys are the commissions here, all right?
But yeah, so like he going into the year, we thought, okay, he's got 4 weeks to live. He still only has a few weeks to live. Nothing's changed really. It's just that the fact that these players have come in replacement roles and helped him out. Huge. James Conner, huge. But it's still week to week with him. It's going to run out at some point. Like, Le'Veon's coming back at some point. It's just a matter of, because I think he has to play 6 games this year. I think it's the minimum he has to play to become a free agent next year.
Yeah, it is.
So he has to report at some point. Who knows?
Yeah.
Peter goes 10-0. That's not going to make you it's going to make you the playoffs. But if you have nobody still, like,
It's how you finish.
I'm looking at his bench. Austin Eckler, great. I like Austin Eckler, one of the best satellite backs in the league. Josh Gordon, I wouldn't even be surprised if Josh Gordon didn't play 50% of the snaps in a single game this year.
Yes, but I think him getting traded to the Patriots, like, that is going to be
It's definitely
the
upgrade.
The upside on that player, like that. Yeah, asset appreciated in value for sure.
Yeah, but even when I was doing my preseason rankings, big red flag, QB. He has no third QB. It's still Fitzpatrick and Trubisky.
Trubisky's on rental.
And and Trubisky's on. Dude,
He got him from
Because Foles
Dustin.
is gone. Yeah, Foles is benched this week.
Do you know what? Do you know what Peter offered me was George Kittle for Eli Manning, but I basically offered him that, but he was up in camp, and I guess he took Dustin's offer for Kenny Stills.
Kenny Stills is a good pickup though.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, you traded Stills for Trubisky, and Trubisky's a great guy. Is he fantasy? Is he fantasy viable? He's probably not my top pick. I love the guy.
Would I hang out with him at Starbucks?
That's a brave statement, man.
I love the guy. Great QB, great guy.
Yeah, would I go for coffee with him? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Throwing down for the city of Chicago. Love it. Bear down.
If he asked me, hey, you want to save Azeroth today? I'd be like, yeah, dude, let's go. Doesn't mean I want him throwing footballs down Robinson every Sunday.
That's fair. And I mean, I think Peter's going to be in a lot of trouble here. With like next week, he's going to have to make some moves here, and I don't know. He might end up with like Allen from the Bills or something like that.
Yeah, like
he needs a QB too. Like he just doesn't have it. Period.
Yeah, and like you
can't rent every week, or your lineup's going to be a total mess.
These are the kind of teams where you see like how good of a manager you are too, because like you can try and play with all these holes, and it's not like I see some shit teams out there in other leagues. This is a great team, just with glaring holes. They're fixable.
Yeah.
Like if it means trading Antonio Brown or Adam Thielen or Melvin Gordon, like you have to do it. You can't.
I
not
think
do
the move for him right now is to trade Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
I think that's the right move. Like that's he's marketable. Like he's producing. I think that would get him a QB. That would be serviceable for the rest of the season.
Hell yeah, man! And like even if, like everyone in the league knows you need a fucking QB. He's gonna have to overpay.
That's true, or he can cheat again. You know, that's always
an
alternative.
Or that. Hey, yeah, give him the password to the commissioner settings for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like he's gonna have to overpay to fill his holes because everyone knows. Okay, Peter's number one right now, most points. Like we're not gonna help him out too much unless we feel like it's being beneficial to us as well.
Well, a lot of people could see it like this. Like, okay, Peter's dominating the standing. He's well in first. Like, what am I going to lose by giving him this? I mean,
Well, I
maybe if he was in 7th and he was struggling, then
like,
I'm not going to give him like
shitty
the
team. That's one
player.
thing because you're trying to
Like
improve your team.
he's put himself in a really good position these first 2 weeks, and it will be interesting to see if he can keep it up.
I mean, it's interesting because it's amazing how quickly you can pull yourself out of the drop zone in this league. That he is at 2-0 right now. He is odds favorite to not have to watch young Sheldon. Like that is like he's safe, basically safe at this point. You know, like I forget. I think I was 4-12 at the end of last season. So if he can get 2 more wins, he's basically good to go. Because he's got that much more of the season left to go. So I think Ming, you're absolutely right. Like he pulled this out of nowhere in terms of these pickups of these guys who got thrust into the starting positions and excelled. And he's the luckiest SOB in the league right now.
And just one more comment before we move on for Peter's team, because we can't give him too much time here. But
no,
he spent $104 worth of fab already.
Yeah,
on four players.
Yeah, his bank account is empty. Like I don't know if he thinks people are just like going crazy on the waiver wire, but I don't know how much he's bidding for all these players.
No, like I'm looking at the other bids. Like it's fine he's spending the money. No, okay, sorry, it's not fine he's spending the money because these players he's picking up he doesn't need.
Right. Who's he got?
TJ Yeldon for $46.
Yeah, okay, so
now Average Joe's that was going for he beat Average Joe's by $35.
Okay, let's not tangent off on dollars and what they went for, but the point is that he has he's got great players at running back and wide receiver. Why is he trying to outbid people for the top waiver pickups every week?
Because I think he's trying to lock it down.
Like
he's 2-0. He's feeling hot. He's feeling like he's doing well this season, which he is.
You wait for Tom Brady to get injured, and then you spend $200 on his backup. That's what he should be doing.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Like basically, he's got the least amount of money in the league now, and he's the one guy in the league who, if a big quarterback goes down and you need a backup, he's the one that needs to be on top of that to buy him.
Is somebody going to be
which he can't do and these guys he's picking up, TJ Yeldon. That's great. That's great that he picked up the handcuff for Fournette.
I mean, that was a cash grab. Because Fournette went down in the first week, and I understand why he thought he was going to be a hot commodity because we didn't really know how long Fournette was going to be out. But he's only 2 to 4 weeks, right? So that's a huge overbid on a player who's, at best a flex player when Fournette's in the game, and looks like Fournette's going to be healthy by week 5, basically. So. And
the thing is even if Fournette doesn't play, you only bid high for the handcuff if you have no one to replace him with. So I've Joe Mixon in a lot of leagues. I didn't bid for Giovanni Bernard in any leagues because I had a running back that was as good or better than Giovanni Bernard ready to step in. He had James Conner in his flex. He could have just threw James Conner where Fournette is.
Yeah.
Tossed up Austin Eckler or John Brown's there, I guess, in the starting, or anyone else. Save him $46, and Yeldon didn't perform at all anyways.
Yeah.
9 points. So, just
it's
bad
gonna
money
be interesting
management.
to see, for sure.
And it's good to see bad management from the top teams too, because then you wonder how long they're going to last.
Yeah, I mean that will be, I think, one of the bigger talking points going through the next few weeks is can Peter's team keep it up with the changes he's going to have to go through inevitably. I can't wait though, because if he does start to slip, he's going to get absolutely roasted.
Going to be interesting.
We're going to have to come back to that bet there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's take a these two teams in 3rd and 4th. Very interesting. We have the biggest underdog in Dustin, the Golden Taint, and then we have.
I am standing Dustin so hard. This kid, I love it. I love the fact that he's just coming in and just completely flexing on people. It's amazing.
His first week, something like 220 points.
Get your hands up!
Well, yeah, and the team is built solid end to end. It's honestly amazing.
Yeah.
So Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees, wow, that's quite the quarterback corpse. And of course, you got Tyreek Hill dropping something like 50 points on everyone. Just really solid wide receivers, and He lucked
Well, yeah,
into Tevin Coleman. Carlos Hyde is really doing well. He didn't have a lot of like running back depth, and that was like an obvious problem coming out of the auction. But he's managed to salvage some usable backs. Even Adrian Peterson was great that first week.
Yeah, right. And he snaked AP for like $1 or whatever in the draft. Like that's some vet moves right there.
I remember the exact moment he nominated him. Like, I'm pretty sure I said it, but I'm like, dude, you can just have him for $1. And then he just got him for $1.
Everyone thought he was a meme pick, and he's just shredding it. It's like, okay, well, that's a pretty solid grab. So, you know, once Coleman starts getting phased out when Freeman comes back, hopefully soon. Please come back soon. You know, he can flex there, and it's fine.
Yeah, and he's got Julian Edelman coming off suspension at some point here. I think week 5 he's back.
Yeah, I think it was a 4-week suspension. Yeah,
and like I feel like wide receiver is probably his. No, running back is his weakest position, but
yeah, he's got Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, he's fine there. Kenny Stills, like he can interchange in and out with Edelman depending on matchup, I guess.
Yeah, plus Golden Tate himself, the team name is just tearing it up. Like it's amazing, despite the fact the Lions are trashed. Like their wide receiver core is producing.
Oh man, the Lions look so bad this year.
I retract my Lions for Super Bowl bid.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, right. Stafford is like, come on, dude, please, just let's.
You know what?
Help me help you.
He's just off to a bad start, man. But he was just overthrowing what's his name, Marvin Jones by like 5 yards. Like Marvin Jones had all the separation, and he was just overthrowing him. Like there could have been like 3 potential touchdowns. With Marvin Jones the other week. Oh wow.
Definitely. Yeah, it's too bad. Honestly, I'd like to see the Lions do well because I'm sick and tired of the Packers and the
fuck the Packers
running that division. Sorry, dude.
Man, I hate the Packers. Anyways, should we take a look at any other teams that are really interesting right now?
Oh yeah, I want to take a look at the overperforming unraw talent.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like
this guy's fluking his way to
the
top of the standings here.
Basically tied for third last in points for, but he's 2-0. He's just
snaked it on me by like 6 points because of Todd Gurley, which is too bad. But
right. So yeah, he's being carried by Gurley and, to a lesser extent, Hilton so far. Solid QB play, you could say, from Brady and Flacco, like just enough to get by. He hasn't really put up some. He's basically had no goose eggs from his quarterbacks, which is like, that's like the base. That's like the foundation to a decent week. Is like make sure your quarterbacks get that floor for you, and then hope your skill players put up the big numbers.
Well, I mean, his proxy basically had one instruction: get Todd Gurley.
Yeah, that's life for him, I guess.
That's paying off, but man.
Well, yeah, I mean, what was the name of his the guy who drafted? Ben?
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was like he did very detailed instructions that Andrew left where. Yeah, Todd Gurley's cool. So maybe that was the whole game plan.
Yeah. Hey Slim, do you mind just giving a quick disconnect and reconnect? You're just going all robot on us.
Okay.
Too bad about Ajayi.
Yeah, too bad. Here, let's go to a quick take a look at this moment for like the Keelan Cole fans out there.
Safety down, one safety back in the middle.
Oh,
there we go.
As a Keelan Cole owner in 6 leagues, I approve that catch.
Very Odell Beckhamish.
Ooh.
That's Odell Beckham right there. Look at that. And then keep it away from
Damn.
Is that Cole against the Jags?
Yeah, Cole against Pats.
Oh, sorry, for the Jags, yeah.
Calmly come down.
Yeah, man, what a grab.
We're just taking a commercial break to appreciate this catch.
Odell Beckham catch. Found 6 different targets.
Nice.
First down from the Patriots, 24. Going to the end zone.
Is this break brought to you by Mack Weldon Underwear?
I think this is I don't know where I was going with that. I can't remember the commercial I was going to play.
Dilly Dilly.
Dilly Dilly. Let's listen to Dilly Dilly.
I mean, check out the scoreboard, or the big board. Bud Light is one of our
Sir Jeremy,
sponsors.
you are a true friend
That
of
is
the
true.
crown. Dilly dilly.
Commercial break.
We also got Pop.
Madam Susan,
Oh, sorry.
you are an even truer friend of the crown. Dilly dilly. What is that?
This is a spiced honey mead wine that I have really been into lately. So, dilly dilly, right?
Please follow Sir Brad. He's going to give you a private tour of the pit of misery.
I'm sorry, what? Pit of misery, dilly dilly.
Hello?
Yo, what's up? Nothing, B. Just watching the game, having a bud. What's up with you? Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud. True. What's up? What's up? Yo, who's that? Yo, you pick up the phone. Hello? What's that? What's up? Yeah. Yo, where's Dookie? Yo, Dookie. Yo. What's that? What's that? Hold on. Hello? Hello? So what's up, B? Watching the game, having a bud. True.
Hello, winner.
Andre, I am going to savage you this week. I am going to take each one of your pre-existing holes and fill it with my seed.
I want to see.
Oh,
no, honey. Daddy's doing adult talk.
And then invite my infant son in to go potty inside of you like you're a rest stop bathroom.
Blimey.
No.
Nobody will hear
disgusting.
your screams
You
of
guys hearing
agony.
this?
Andre, I'm going to take my hand, stick it inside of you, and then open it like a baseball mitt. And then
So you know why you're here in HR.
getting a raise?
You are not allowed to use company email or software to deliver your personal disgusting messages.
This was actually just rehearsing my closing arguments for an upcoming case.
Where in the court of law do you use the phrase, I'm gonna get this right, balls deep?
Well, if you must know, Mr. Swall, we're representing a children's playground consortium. Number of children drowned in a ball pit. We're wondering, how deep is balls deep?
They were up to their mouth in balls.
Yes, they were balls deep.
Really?
I'm gonna take a razor blade and slice from your taint to your ball sack, and then open it up like a taco.
Disgusting.
Years from now, they're gonna think that's poetry.
All right, and we're back.
Oh, nice.
What a great moment from the league that was. Thanks to our sponsors, Ruxin,
Dilly dilly.
Dilly. All right. And yeah, just I think we'll go into our last bit here. We'll just go over the matchups quick, give our predictions, and then maybe if we do another podcast next week, we can go over our predictions, see where we went wrong. And let's take a look. First one will be
The Ming Dynasty versus Pimpin' Ain't Breezy.
Damn. So, Slim, do you have this up in front of you here?
Just booting it up right now. Sorry.
Perfect. No worries.
Okay. All right.
So I think first we need to look at the quarterbacks here, and I got to give a clear advantage to Ming in both his QB1 and QB2 spots. I mean, Andy Dalton is great in his first QB. I know he had a 4 TD game the other week, but was it 3?
It was a 3 touchdown game. Yeah.
Okay.
But I would take the 4.
Sharp. He looks sharp.
Thanks.
But I don't think Dalton's somebody who you could rely on for that kind of performance week in, week out. So I got to give the clear advantage to Ming with Cam Newton, who's going to be running all over the field against Cincinnati. And then, of course, you got Roethlisberger. I think his pass work speaks for itself. And, of course, you got Ryan Tannehill. He hasn't looked bad at all, but, it's Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, man, but the Dolphins are 2-0. Like they're doing well underneath him. Maybe he's not producing personally, but like if the team is winning, he's obviously doing enough to get them over the goal line. And fantasy wise, he's all right. Not bad.
Like I'm never worried about my team because my team is great. But if I were to have to worry a bit, I'd be worried about Julio Jones in New Orleans. That is going to be an interesting game.
Ooh.
That's going to be a shootout. I was just checking earlier because I was going to maybe do a little bit of degenerate gambling. The over-under on that game is 54.5 points.
Is that right?
There's going to be a lot of throwing the ball.
Yeah, but I mean, he was sidelined in practice today, so is that a smoke screen? Or
He's
is he
always
actually...
sidelined in
that's
practice.
Just another week in Julio.
As soon as Julio Jones is done for the week, he basically gets labeled as questionable for the next week. That's just how it works in fantasy.
Julio sneezes as he's questionable.
Yep.
Gotcha.
as a former Julio owner, I've built my strength around and discipline. I'm like a monk here. Like I see Julio on question, I'm like, it's all good, man.
Just gotta get up before 9:50 and switch him in or switch him out if necessary.
No,
it's those mid-season games.
He never doesn't play. You just don't gotta get worried. You gotta stay composed and be like, that's just Julio. What a guy.
He'll make up for it next week when he drops 50 on your opponent.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I'm worried about, man.
Yeah.
Worried about 50 Julio.
High risk, high reward. Yeah.
Otherwise, nah, man. His team's shit. Almost as bad as power rankings. Is that Tyrell Williams? Is that his name? So bad, I don't even know.
LA Chargers, right?
Tyrell Williams.
He was good 2 years ago. But you know what, guys? I don't even have to discuss this. I think this is my lock of the week.
I think you're probably right with that. It's my lock as well. I don't want to rag on Graydon incessantly because his team sucks, but I don't think he's got it. Especially not against Ming's team. Josh, you're gonna tear it up this week, buddy. You're my lock as well.
Thanks, man. Maybe you'll be my lock too.
Oh, buddy.
We'll find out in a few games here.
Alrighty.
Let's see who we got next. Next up on the docket. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. We got Mr. Ditka, Coach Ditka, and Golden Taint. Dustin Amson, most improved player, against the usual Coach Ditka. You know what to expect from him.
You can interpret that however you want.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I still like. I don't know how your team's 0-2, man. I don't know how you're 0-2. You've Kamara, Chris
have
Thompson.
The second most points against. I got obliterated by you last week again during your 240 point performance, and then I had Northey drop 180 on me because of Randall Cobb. As I saw him run that huge TD against the fucking Bears in week 1.
Yeah, that was monstrous, man. I was watching you just die inside.
As far as I'm concerned, that's been wiped from my memory. Bears are 1-0, baby.
Oh yeah,
this is the year.
Bears. All right,
but man, let's take a look here. Do you really think Tevin Coleman's gonna be that great against New Orleans? I think Matt Ryan's just gonna be throwing
to Tevin Coleman
huge bombs to Julio Jones, and of course, who has Matt Ryan? It's me.
Oh, it's one of those situations.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. It's good for the viewing.
So
experience.
Matt, as far as you're concerned, you don't have any reliable running back. Just throw the ball. Just huck it, bud.
You know what?
Fuck it. I'm going deep.
Here's my bold prediction. Bold prediction. The difference in points in this game will be the difference of Justin Tucker and Bucker.
You think it's going to come down to the kicker?
I think it's going to come down to what kicker was in place in this game. So
see, Bucker's interesting, man, because he has barely had any opportunities to actually kick field goals. And this isn't because the Chiefs have been bad. It's because Patrick Mahomes has been slinging it like no one else in this league. He's only been kicking extra points.
That's my homie right there.
Oh,
man.
boy.
Homie.
What a pickup, Connor.
He's put that kicker out of a job.
Can we get any projections here or any picks?
I think this is going to be a great matchup between you and Dustin, but I unfortunately got to give it to Dustin, man. He's He's the guy.
Noted. Okay.
Unfortunately, like his team's solid. I think Tyreek Hill is going to have another monstrous week, and that I think might bury you, unfortunately. But hey, man, I agree with Josh though that you shouldn't be 0-2. Like you're getting dumpstered on, but it's not your
Dude,
fault.
honestly, at this point, like I'm going for the wild card. I'm just trying to get comfy all up in this joint. I'm going to be taking the fifth spot, the first
Nice.
wild card.
Yeah, so
Got
Lock of the season.
Got it.
Lock
Got
of the
it.
season. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Finley's team here. That's great. Carlos Hyde 24 points to knock it off right off the bat. Like that's amazing. But there's 3 guys on Dicka's team that like I'm playing some daily fantasy this week. I'm in the $1 million maker here.
Yeah,
And there's 3 players here that I've targeted specifically. Keenan Allen against the Rams, Marquise Goodwin, because
Okay.
the point total in this game is actually 56.5. And I think they're saying in the past 5 years, there's only been 4 games with that betting total. So
Wow.
just based on that and that Kansas City's cornerbacks are trash, and that's not even a joke, they're garbage.
Yeah.
If Marquise plays, that's going to be massive for Finley here. And also Alvin Kamara is also in that Atlanta-New Orleans game. So that's going to be ridiculous. Another 54.5 point game. So there's going to be a lot of points to go around in those 3 players there. And then Chris Hogan, of course, is due for a bounce back. Had 2 touchdowns last week.
He better be.
Yeah,
But
like-
at the same time, that Gordon trade, man, I was not happy about, where Gordon ended up. I don't know what Gordon's role in that offense is going to be or how much he's going to be used, but it's eventually going to end up cutting into Hogan's time. Of course, Edelman's coming back. Hogan hasn't quite played up to the expectations that I hoped, in that he had a really shitty week 1. I mean, he had a 2 touchdown performance the last week, but even then, he just wasn't getting the catch volume that I was expecting. 19 points is great, but I was expecting something like 1 touchdown and 10 targets and 8 catches, rather than, just a few tosses and lobs from Tom Brady. I'm looking elsewhere, to be honest.
Okay, I'm just going to finish off my analysis quick. Finley, nobody cares about Chris Hogan. Yeah, no, there's a lot of players on both sides that are part of these big 50-plus point games. The only way... No, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't think there's any way that Adam loses this. Just because he's got Stafford against New England. New England corners suck as well. Matt Ryan against New Orleans. So that's the part of that big game. So really, there's... Tyreek would have to go for 75 points, and New Orleans would have to blow out Atlanta for this to be a thing. Yep. So good luck with your win, Finn.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
you
man.
got this.
And Dustin,
You got
really
it.
looking forward to this weekend.
Dustin, honestly, you just ran into a team that has the best possible matchups. There's
It's gonna be good.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
There's legit 6 guys on Finley's team that have 50-plus point matchups. So you can. That's tough.
On to the next one.
Yeah. So Finley has a feel to be going maybe possibly 1-2.
Bro, I told you my long-term plan. I'm going for that 5th spot, and then I'm taking out the 4th seed, and then I'm taking out the 2nd seed. It's over for the league, guys. I'm winning the ship. I'm not even worried.
Son, where'd you find this?
And maybe the most underwhelming matchup of the week, Anra versus Rob. If I've ever seen projections so low, this is the one.
Yeah. I mean, there is that old adage that as the Giants go, so too does Rob's team. So it is so dependent on how the Giants are going to do on any given day.
So basically, he peaked 2 years ago.
I mean,
Or
yeah.
in recent years peak.
Totally. Though to be fair, Smith-Schuster is balling out.
Oh, dude, he
recently,
is the man.
Yeah,
He's way better at football than he is at Fortnite.
I don't really agree with because if you look at his team though, he's got OBJ and Barkley from the Giants, and then he's got James and Smith-Schuster from the Steelers. So this team is so dependent on 2 teams playing well, and who knows if that's going to be a consistent thing.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. The only here's the thing: Rob's gonna get lucky with it. He has a chance of going over 500 this week. he gets to go against Under's team, which actually has some issues with Larry Fitzgerald being injured, Jay Ajayi being injured, Alex Collins not really knowing where his role is at currently. I would say the star on Under's team right now is Dan Bailey.
Man, Unreal needs this win more than anyone, though, because his total points for, like you mentioned, is like third worst in the league right now. If he falls out of the top 4, he's going all the way to the bottom 3. It's going to be a deep drop for him if he loses this matchup.
If I had to pick a team that is most likely to lose most of the rest of their games, it'd probably be Unreal's team. Even though he's won the 2 so far, out of the teams that are in the playoff hunt right now, I would definitely say he has the best chance.
He's definitely the weakest.
He has the best chance of all the playoff teams to come last. Like, he could go 2-12 and I wouldn't even be surprised.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's early days yet, so we don't really know how everything's going to pan out, but I mean, this is kind of where seasons are going to begin or end in the next 2 weeks here. You know, after 4 weeks, you're basically on the trajectory that you're on. It's hard to break out of that.
Because the regular season's only 14 weeks?
Regular season's 13 weeks, and then we got the postseason for another 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think this one's pretty lackluster. I mean, this is pretty much the equivalent Browns-Jets on a Thursday night, but I don't know. Who do you give the edge to here?
I am probably going to have to side with Rob.
I'm going to go Rob, too.
Team's pumping right now, so I don't see any reason why he drops this matchup against an injured unraw talent.
Yeah, like I'm going with Rob as well. Under his team has too many injury questions. Rob has Jacksonville against Tennessee. Jesse James actually has a favorable matchup against Tampa Bay, which is the only way I can see him being productive. But just overall, his team's healthier, less questions, red flags. So yeah, I'm going with Rob's team.
On to the next one.
To the next. Oh man, maybe the matchup of the week. Let's go.
Huskers, Captain Canada.
Whew.
And Logan
what do
already
you
has
guys
3
think?
players done after this week. He's got 42 points so far. And, of course, you had Bill Powell and Quincy Nunwa, who actually I thought did way better than 9.7 points just watching the game. But I guess he didn't find the pay dirt.
Yeah, man, Crowell was robbing it at the goal line. It's brutal. Not great for my
and wiping his ass with the football. Did you see that?
No, I didn't actually watch the game.
Oh my god, Ming, you got to bring that up, man.
What's that?
I was too busy watching.
The touchdown.
There wasn't a good quality video of it yet.
Do we need one?
Well, I mean, yeah, it looks like the Rams video.
Well, you know what? For those watching or listening right now, I would highly suggest looking that up. You'll probably see it on Sports Center by tomorrow morning, anyways. So,
all right,
it was fantastic.
I'm gonna get into some deep analysis here. I think Connor's team's looking actually pretty good right now.
I wasn't a fan of your quarterbacks going in. I thought Pat Mahomes was a total wild card, and I was actually quite down on him. Just like reading about news about him, like earlier in the preseason, I heard some disappointing news about him, or just like he wasn't living up to the hype. And then, of course, you got Dak Prescott. I don't think he's going to be in for a good season. I think that Cowboys offense out of, Elliott is going to look really anemic. But Mahomes pretty much makes up for that anyways, so.
All right, Finley. Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like I'm setting myself up for some analysis here, and he just
I can hear
comes
you panting, getting ready for it, man.
I set it up with a line all right, I'm gonna go into some deep analysis now, and then Finley goes in with Pat Mahomes. Jesus. All right, but yeah, your team if Pat Mahomes wasn't sitting on top there, I would say your team's looking pretty weak. But it's another situation here where you have really good matchups. Kenny Golladay against New England, Mike Evans against Pittsburgh. Will Fuller against the Giants. Deion Lewis and Bob Powell, obviously we know how Powell panned out, but Lewis is going to have a nice bounce back game because Jacksonville's going to be locking down that run, but they'll be dumping it off, I'm sure, to him 3 yards out.
Well, yeah, he's gonna be the check down.
Yeah,
right?
he's gonna be
get a
the
lot
guy.
of receptions.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you got good matchups, so it's pretty favorable. Your player's gonna be inflated a bit there, so you might have a good shot. Carson Wentz, big question mark. I'm worried about for you, I'd be worried about DeAndre Hopkins against the Giants. But it's the same thing with you having Will Fuller against the Giants. I think they're actually pretty equal this week.
Not
because
to mention that
Janoris Jenkins will be all over Hopkins. But yeah, like Corey Davis is a bum. Chris Carson's a bum. Kelsey's a stud. Keelan Cole I like.
Not to mention Wentz is back.
Yeah, but like I'm not like.
You're not expecting big things from Wentz?
Who did he start last week?
He started Nick Foles, I believe.
Yeah, like I don't know. If
No, he didn't have Nick Foles. Oh, yes, he did. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not too worried about Wentz. I don't think he's gonna light the world on fire.
Against Indianapolis?
First game back from ACL, man. If he was feeling great, he would have been back 3 weeks ago.
Should be interesting.
So, yeah, no, like, where do you think?
I'm going to give the edge to Connor here. I just think he's better in pretty much every position, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm giving this one to Connor just based on Mahomes has that big 56-point matchup with San Francisco, and then, yeah, just favorable matchups down the lineup. Even with the point advantage for Logan as of right now, I just think the players that are remaining are going to make up for it. Like, he just has too many players on Logan's team that are looking to put up single-digit numbers, Corey Davis and Chris Carson.
I'm glad to hear it, guys.
Yeah.
I hope you're right. I agree with your unbiased perspective.
I feel like we should start some side betting in this league. If we're not going to put money down for the league, at least like do like weekly money.
Hell yeah.
Like you and Logan could put $50 each just for the week.
I mean, that's aggressive, but yeah, I like the idea of putting money down.
Jeez.
$50 a game. Shut up.
I forgot you guys were students.
Yeah, man, broke over here.
But wait, Logan's a law student. He should have money, right?
No, man,
What?
he's more broke.
I thought he was a lawyer.
No, no, he's a fucking he's a law student. It costs a lot of money to go to law school.
Dude, I guarantee you that Roger's Tinder and Bumble profile said lawyer on it.
He works in a law office.
I'm not gonna call you on.
He probably just sends in
I think
like
you're probably right with
yeah. He probably like tags his
that.
like location like during the summer and then just like screenshots him. Look at me at the firm.
That's amazing.
All right.
Ooh, this could be a good one.
Yeah. Okay, we got Peter versus Logan Northey.
Throw down, bitches.
The redemption tour is in progress. 1-1. Lions 2-0. Now, like I feel like Fitzpatrick still has another week in him against Pittsburgh. Because Pittsburgh defense sucks.
Dude, Fitzmagic is gonna
He's still
light
got
up
it.
the stars this weekend, dude. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait.
He's gonna make up for Trubisky against Arizona. I'm calling now. Trubisky's gonna throw 4 picks.
That's literally the only way they could lose against the Cardinals.
Yeah,
and I would be so upset. I would probably just stop watching the Bears at that point, man.
Okay, well, I guess you're gonna stop watching the Bears. Then.
Do you want to put money over on that or?
Yeah.
On what?
there we
Wait,
go.
what's the terms of the bet? And don't just backtrack after you actually say the terms.
Don't just backtrack. I need time to backtrack. I make contracts, man. Did you see how detailed that contract to
No, dude, I'm
Connor
worried
was?
it's gonna turn into like a trade proposal, like that you sent to Connor.
I don't know. Like, are we betting money
No,
here, or is it going to be like on the
there's the
team? Is it going to be on
backtrack. That is how
Trubisky's
the backtrack
performance? Like, what am I
starts.
betting on?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how the backtrack starts. This
So
is
wait.
textbook Adam right here.
Were we putting money on? I thought we were putting money on the game here.
Okay, is it like I think the Bears are going to beat the Cardinals?
You know what I've heard actually, Adam. I don't have a lot of experience betting, but I've heard that betting purely based on emotion and partisanship, that's how you win. That's how you win big.
So I take his money.
You should definitely take this bet.
Okay, Connor, the Cardinals didn't even make it past the 50-yard line last game. That's how bad their offense is right now.
Where is it?
That is an emotion.
Oh, there it is.
That's
Fair
fact.
enough, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
the Bears are -5.5 favorites.
Is that right?
Yeah, so the Bears are favorites.
Oh.
So if,
These are not the Bruce Arian Cardinals, man. They got Mike McCoy as their offensive coordinator.
you know what, Finley, you keep.
He
your
makes David Johnson look anemic.
If I wanted to make money on the Cardinals beating the Bears, I would triple my money.
$10?
No, if I put $50 down, I get $150 back.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of money right now, Ming. So.
No, that's why I said keep your money. If I want to bet against the Bears, I'll do it online.
Okay. Are you going to bet against the Bears then? I mean, you're on the screen right now. Let's see the credit card in action, man.
Unfortunately,
put some money down.
I have no money in this account.
There's the textbook, Josh.
No.
We're seeing two of these on display.
No. But so here's the thing. TD doesn't allow gambling with their credit cards. They don't let you deposit money on gambling sites.
Police state.
If I were
absolute police state,
I'll put $50 on the Cardinals right now on this website. If I can use your credit card, I'll give you the cash right now to reimburse you.
No.
Nah, not too confident in the Bears. Putting the money where it's at.
No, I'm just not giving you my credit card information, especially on a podcast.
That is fair point. Honestly, I gotta respect that.
You just click the one-time transaction button, and then it doesn't save the information.
One time,
or no, you can do that.
And then I get flooded and bombarded by a bunch of emails saying, "Hey, here's the bet of the week."
You can just give me these odds in real life. I'll put up $50. You just gotta pay me $150.
So that's why I said let's scale it back. So basically, I will pay you $30 if the Bears lose. You pay me $10 if
the Bears let's do it.
Win.
Yeah.
All right. It's a verbal agreement. Can I get a handshake on that?
Nice.
That was the sound of a handshake.
Yeah.
I have audibly witnessed this transaction taking place.
So 125. Bring the beers and we'll watch this.
And there's audio proof of that. So I'm putting up my $10.
Games on Sunday, by the way.
Maybe.
Sorry, what's that?
Oh, yeah. I have a ball tournament, so it depends on the games, but.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd be down to watch the afternoon games, like not the morning games, because I don't play that.
Yeah, we'll see what's
afternoon games. I'd be down. Cool.
But yeah, so my $10, Adam's $30. That is the bet.
That's a sound investment, folks.
That's
you just saw a man put his faith in the 0-2 Cardinals, who have something like 200 yards of offense.
I put in $10.
Okay. Well,
it's the principle of the deal.
I'm just trying to make
2 words, folks.
Here.
Bear down. Let's go.
All right. Oh, do we even go over this matchup at all?
No, who cares, man? Move on.
Who cares? On to the next one.
All right. Yeah, we're an hour 13. Let's wrap this up. I think everyone's probably on board. Oh, you know what? It's actually not a bad matchup.
It's a great matchup. I
like Logan's team.
I'm going to go with BC Lions though, just because he's rolling over the league with Fitzpatrick and his general like
his
core
team,
players.
His team is definitely the heavy favorite here. But I think there is like the potential on Logan's side to put up a good fight.
If McCaffrey drops 50 and
which is possible.
Plays to his full potential.
Stephon Diggs versus Buffalo.
Oh,
Luck versus Philadelphia. I like
until he gets benched in the second half because they're up 40-0.
Can we just take a second to appreciate that Peter has James Conner in the flex because he's got Melvin Gordon and Fournette in his running backs? I'm calling right now. Like if he can figure out the QB situation, Peter's gonna win the league.
Dude, that was like the whole point of the conversation earlier.
We had a 30-minute conversation on that, man. Would you like to revisit that?
I'm doubling down, man.
Oh, right? Dude, I'm with you, man. I'll triple down if you want to. Let's go.
Fair enough.
Whoa,
dude, Peter has enough good players he could fill the holes without issue and not even worry about it.
Man, we got to get these odds out to Vegas so other people can bet on these.
Seriously. We need people to gamble on our performances, man. That's what's missing.
We need to publicize the league more, man.
Yeah, we do.
We need people getting out to Town Hall and Chilliwack and just watching the scoreboard all together.
I'll put this offer up to anyone. $100 head-to-head regular season. Let's go.
When do we play each other, Josh?
Or for a week. We could do weeks too. Let's find out. We play each other on week 7.
Week 7. All right. Yeah, we'll talk.
Oh yeah, we'll get some dough going.
Yeah, man. Side pot.
But yeah, luckily for this time restraints, we're gonna analyze the dumpster fire matchup for the week. Hayden's team versus Jacob's team. Hayden's strategy of going quarterback hardcore is not panning out.
Especially with Aaron Rodgers and a knee brace.
Yeah, he's resorted to starting Jared Goff over Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that's a rough. That's taking an L right there, man.
Yeah, 100%.
He's playing Jared Goff over Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson's only playing the Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys have been okay or actually pretty good on defense, but
yeah, like Jacob's actually starting Dallas's defense against Seattle, so that's that'd be interesting. This is a tough one actually, because one side's got Sammy Watkins and Amari Cooper and David Johnson with a Dalvin Cook question mark, so it's like a lot of upside, low floor, might not work out.
I think Murray's going to be cutting into Cook's carries.
It's actually funny because one side is like super volatile, could put up like massive weeks or put up zeros.
Yeah.
And then Hayden's team actually has like very high floor guys: Crabtree, Lamar Miller, Elliott, Cooper Kupp, Emmanuel Sanders, Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, Miller is like the definition of like
guaranteed
10 points.
Yeah, like what's he done this year so far? 9 and 12 points. Yeah, so you're getting out of the guys. Whereas Dalvin Cook might not play or might share carries. David Johnson's been a bust so far. Sammy Watkins could catch one ball. Crowder could catch one ball. Cooper could drop 10 balls. You never know.
Philip Lindsay though.
Yeah, I'm not a Philip Lindsay truther, especially against Baltimore.
Truther.
I'm going to give this one to.
And for the record, I like Kirk Cousins and Blake Bortles more than I like Jared Goff and Aaron Rodgers. Hot take.
I'm going to disagree with you on that one, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to take 5 heads this week.
Ooh, I'm taking 5 heads too.
You know what? I'm gonna be the contrarian here, and I'm gonna take Average Joe's.
Let's go.
All right.
You're taking the high floor.
I think that Sanders is gonna have a low reception yards, high number of targets, high receptions game.
Yeah.
You might find Pater. Deshaun Jackson's playing against Pittsburgh. You know he's gonna get another like 60-yard bomb for a TD minimum. Like he's set up to have a huge week. Crosby, I don't think that Rodgers is going to be able to get it done to the extent that he was against Baltimore. I think that Crosby's going to be kicking a lot of consolation field goals, so I think he'll be able to score some points that way. But and my hot take is that in the LA matchup, the Rams are going to beat the Chargers. That's my hot take.
Ooh.
It's my lukewarm take.
I like it though, dude. I like the Rams defense, man.
Yeah, and Rams defense is going to keep them on the field, man. Like it's going to be good. I think they're going to do all right.
Oh, yeah, and Brandon Cook's looking good, too.
Yeah.
Overperforming.
But, yeah, we'll see. I mean, plus, you can't discount the fact that he's got the Goff to Cup connection on his team. So, if he links up, he's counting those TDs twice and those yards twice. Yeah, so, that would be huge if Cup has a big game.
Yeah, Cup's been getting a lot of red zone, too, which is good to see. So, that's good for Hayden.
Yeah. Yeah, man, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, and he's also got the Jimmy Graham, Aaron Rodgers connection. Like, he's doubling down on that. So he's doing the Rob thing, but in a way that somehow is less sad, even though it's the exact same situation. So riddle me that.
Yeah. Well, that's the matchups. Do we have anything else we want to...
No, but I would just like to thank Commissioner Slivin for coming on air tonight. We really appreciate your input, and we would love to have you back on the show on a future episode.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate being here. Huge fan of the show. Keep up the good work. You're enriching this league, and to all those listening, get your power rankings in on time, and talk shit in the comments, and, just be degenerates like I know you all are. Thanks so much for having me.
Well noted.
All right.
Thanks, Commish.
Bye, guys.
Fuck yourselves.